those liberties can be put in jeopardy, and you may have questions about what to do or who to call. Let Doc Blanchard of Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland help you find the answers. Attorneys at law since
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center Outlet. Get top quality real wood.
Sites and cattle for up to 150 days with a single spring treatment. You get all the benefits of multiple dewormer applications without the labor. However you want to spend all that free time in the fall is up to you. Our strategic parasite control can help with earlier conception, resulting in additional weight and weaning. Ready to see the difference in your herd's performance? All backed by our satisfaction guarantee. Talk to your veterinarian or Beringer Ingelheim representative. And for full prescribing information, visit thelongrangelook.com. Federal law restricts this drug to use by or on the order of a licensed veterinarian. For use in cattle only, not for use in humans or other animal species. Keep out of reach of children. Not for use in breeding bulls or in calves less than 3 months of age. Not for use in female dairy cattle 20 months of age or older, including dry dairy cows or in veal calves. Post-injection site damage such as granulomas and necrosis can occur. These reactions have disappeared without treatment. Not for intravenous or intramuscular use. Do not use within 48 days of slaughter.
If it's time to give up on the lawn and turn it into a garden, or keeping a small patch of grass and using the rest of it for a garden, you may want to consider these things. You'll need to choose a good spot for growing. Plants need sun, water, and soil to thrive, so it's important to find the best possible spaces for growing food. Sun should be a major factor. It also is helpful to have a water source near the garden. The last thing you want to do is roll out a 50-foot garden hose. You may also want to consider raised beds, which are a great solution for any soil woes. For areas that you'll still want to keep just a patch of grass, such as for seating areas or to have a picnic or picnic table, rather than creating a monocultural grass lawn, let the weeds merge with the grass. It's still green and it can still be cut regularly and still look nice. And not to mention, some of those weeds are actually edible. I'm Kathy Isom, Southeast AgNet.
Career Source Citrus Levy Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source Citrus Levy Marion and learn how they can help you.
The very best in quality is Captain T's Upholstery.
Is that couch cushion sinking lower every time you sit in it? Does your boat look better with the cover on? Has your car's interior seen its better days? Stop using a towel to cover up those rips in the golf cart. Isn't it about time you had it restored to better than new with a custom upholstery from Captain T? Captain T's Upholstery has been right here in Ocala for nearly 20 years, so they know how to make your ride one of a kind. Whether you want to take that classic ride back to a factory look or put your favorite sports team front and center, Captain T's Upholstery is who to call. 352-369-1810. That's 352-369-1810. Or stop by their location, 5030 South Pine Avenue in Ocala, just past the drive-in. And of course, don't forget to visit them on the web, CaptainTUpholstery.com.
The very best in quality is Captain T's Upholstery.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Get up, Monday. Good morning. You have to get up. It is April 9th, 2018. Good morning. It is 23 minutes after 7 o'clock. The sun is rising, but you have a rainy Monday in store for you. About a 50% chance we're going to see rain today. Right now, here at the studios of WOC The Source at the Paddock Mall, it is 62 degrees. And yes, there is a 50% chance of rain. 81 degrees is the expected high for today. Then tonight, look for temperatures to drop to 66. That 50% chance of rain for today becomes a 90% chance of rain for Tuesday. 71 degrees, the expected high on Tuesday. And then by the time Tuesday is done, the rain should be behind us, and we'll have a partly cloudy rest of the week with high temperatures around 80 degrees. So that is the amateur weatherman forecast. Good morning, Robin.
Good morning, Larry.
How you doing over there?
I'm good. How are you?
It's Monday.
Yeah, it is.
Well, we got a good show.
Good day.
At 7:35, we will open up the phone lines. We'll offer our thoughts on the news. We'll tell you what the news items are and kind of just chat about things, whether it's in the news. Maybe something happened this weekend you want to share with us, something coming up this weekend. We're kind of in a lull right now between Easter and Memorial Day, right? Oh, Mother's Day is first, right?
Mother's Day.
Yeah. Galen, speaking of mothers, by the way, I have women whose influences on famous men changed history for the better.
Nice.
Women whose influence on famous men changed. They always say there's always a great woman behind every great man. So
yeah.
So these are some examples of that, and maybe we can come up with some others that are not on this list. News Bites at 8:35. That's when we turn off our opinions and we stop trying to be funny. We just read the news, kids. Just read it the way it is. If you find something funny in the news, don't credit us with that or blame us, whatever.
There you are.
It's the way the news is. Bern Pareso will be here in the studios this morning. She is our medical go-to gal. She gives us information about where to go if you need a doctor. Doctor, ain't there nothing I can take? Doctor, to relieve this bellyache? Now, let me get this straight. You put the lime in the coconut, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Bern will be here to talk to us about medical things. Christina Corrines taught middle school Spanish and was diagnosed with young onset Parkinson's disease in October of last year. Christina is coming out with John Lair, the CEO of the Parkinson's Foundation. Together, they're talking to us about ways to make life better for people with Parkinson's disease.
Yes.
April is Parkinson's Disease Awareness Month, in case you didn't know. Michael Matthews is an acclaimed musical entertainer, a producer, a protege of Broadway and tour greats Peter and Anniko Palmer. He's a Bobby Darin addict, whatever that means. And he's coming on to talk to us about the legendary Bobby Darin. It's a tribute. It's going to be live on stage at the Ocala Civic Theater. He's coming into the studio.
Exactly.
So looking forward to meeting Michael Matthews. Got to get some Bobby. I better hone up on my Bobby Darin. I don't know much about Bobby Darin.
Mac the Knife.
That's it. Same as me.
Well, he's got other things. That's all
same
I know.
as me.
Exactly. Mac the Knife.
We don't know much.
A vicious song,
well,
too.
The shark has pretty teeth, dear.
Vicious, bloody song.
Gareth Vandergrift is coming into the studio. Gareth is such a sweet, lovely lady. She's coming in with Sue Nasavira. This is also a sweet, lovely lady who owns a tiger.
A huge tiger.
And the two of them are called Maximus. Is a great name. Oh my gosh, I said a great name for a tiger.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Sue and Gareth will be here from EARS. EARS is the Endangered Animal Rescue Sanctuary here in Ocala. Mm-hmm. They do great things to help animals that are in need of having a little help. These ladies are the ladies behind the great animals. How about that?
Yeah, exactly.
Similar to our topic we're going to have with Galen. Anyway, there's an event coming out that we can go to and support. It's called Hot Cars and Cool Cats. It's a spring car show fundraising event to help EARS, the Endangered Animal Rescue Sanctuary.
Yep, they're in Citra, and that's a wonderful place.
That's right. Daniel Calder is a journalist and a contributor to the Dallas Morning News, as well as others. He's talking about the book he wrote called The Infernal Library, talking about dictators, the books they wrote, and other catastrophes of literacy. Catastrophes of literacy. I guess Mein Kampf would be in there, right?
I guess so.
Anna Yen is a funny lady, Anna Yen. Mm-hmm. She held executive positions at a wide range of tech companies, and she's written a book called Sophia of Silicon Valley. Mm-hmm. It's a novel drawn from her own experiences. So
she worked with Steve Jobs and Elon Musk and David Drummond and all those guys, yeah.
Did you hear, I know you did because we were talking about it yesterday, but for the listeners, did you hear about the hotel that's going to be 200 miles up? and you spend 12 days in space, it costs like $9 million for the whole time. I'll tell you about that later on. I don't have it in front of me.
I think it's fabulous. That's cool.
Yeah?
I wish I could go. That would be wonderful.
Yeah, but what would you do? Like 12 days? I don't even want to spend 12 days like in Hawaii. I don't want to spend 12 days anywhere in a hotel. At least in a hotel, you get to walk out and swim in the pool.
Yeah.
What do you do there for 12 days? Look out the window. Hey, there's the Earth again. Oh. Hey, can you find our house? Oh, you call down to Earth and Mom, wave, I'm up here.
You play Parcheesi.
I just spent $9 million to spin around this thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It sounds cool, but oh my gosh. And really, I mean, a hotel 200 miles up. Mm-hmm. I could go to a hotel 200 miles from here.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be similar?
That's right. You could go down to the Keys and float in the ocean.
That's more than 200 miles. I can go farther than 200 miles.
Yeah,
that's right. Float in the ocean and watch the fish go by.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know, but people will do it, right?
Oh, sure they will. They're mega bucks.
All right. Did I mention everything? Oh, later on at 11:40, I have the topic about clinical trials, the pros, the cons, and what you need to know if you are ever tempted to or asked by a doctor if you'd like to participate in a clinical trial. We have a friend who has been doing a clinical trial, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he ever did it or not. I think there was a little change in plans. But anyway, we'll take a little break. We'll be right back. You're listening to WOCA at The Source. The show is called AM Ocala Live. The lady is Robin.
And the man is Larry.
We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Chris Foster. A Syrian air base is hit by airstrikes. The Syrians and Russians say it was the Israelis after a chemical attack on Syrian civilians in a town held by rebels.
Video coming out of Syria shows families in Douma suffocating with white foam on their mouths. Other video shows dead families clinging to each other in their homes. And dozens of survivors are being treated with oxygen and inhalers.
Fox's Connor Powell. President Trump meets with military leaders this evening. As Facebook boss Mark Zuckerberg gets ready to answer questions in Congress tomorrow and Wednesday about users' privacy.
Facebook will post detailed messages to the news feeds of 87 million people to let them know their privacy was breached. The members will receive a notice titled Protecting Your Information with a link to see what apps they use and what information they have shared with those apps.
Fox's Kelly Wright. Fox News. We report, you decide.
I don't know how else to say this, so I'll just say it.
What is it, Linda?
I think we should see other people.
Are you breaking up with me? On a roller coaster?
Well, we do have a lot of fun. Maybe we should stay together.
An emotional roller coaster? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much you could save by switching to Geico.
I just need a little me time.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Napa know-how.
Time to start adding to your bucket list. No, not the skydiving meet your idol bucket list, the Napa bucket list. Because now when you buy a Napa bucket for $2.99, you'll get 20% off items you can fit inside. Minimum $50 purchase. So live a little and save a lot with the Napa bucket and 20% off. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores while supplies last. Exclusions apply. Offer expires 4/30/18.
You know how frogs are so hoppy? It's because they don't smoke or have COPD, otherwise they would be flip-floppy. If you want to quit smoking to prevent yourself from croaking, come to A Better You for a good acupuncture poking. Call me, Dr. Erica Olstein, with A Better You Healthcare to stop smoking today at 352-615-5566. 352-615-5566.
Here is your 1-minute news brief from the source WOCA. Governor Rick Scott appears ready to jump into Florida's Senate race. An announcement is expected this morning. A 53-year-old kayaker who was reported missing on Saturday has been found dead, according to the Brevard County Sheriff's Office. The Marion County Sheriff's Office is reporting that guests of the Quality Inn Hotel on State Road 200 were evacuated on Saturday after hotel personnel discovered what looked like a pipe bomb near the swimming pool filter pump. A 23-year-old woman was killed by lightning at a Florida mud bog over the weekend in White Springs. A federal judge is ordering a prominent Florida eye doctor already in jail to pay $53 million in restitution for stealing $73 million from Medicare by persuading elderly patients to undergo tests and treatments they did not need. And the Florida Park Service is launching a new way to document park visits called the Deluxe Real Florida Passport. You can win a prize. And that is your news brief from The Source.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. On this Monday, clouds and sunshine with a shower and thunderstorm around. It'll be breezy and warm with a high in the upper 70s in the northern part of the zone to the upper 80s over the interior southern part of the zone. Cloudy Monday night with some showers and a thunderstorm, the low 66 to 70. Cloudy Tuesday with some showers and a heavier thunderstorm. There could be some damaging wind gusts in those thunderstorms in the afternoon. Highs in the mid-70s in the north to the mid-80s in the south. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Joe Lundberg.
Automax Ocala. Compare nearly all makes and models. Honda, Toyota, Nissan, Kia, Ford, Chevy, Dodge. Go to AutomaxOcala.com right now. Every vehicle is clearly marked on the window with the low outlet price. No gimmicks, no commitments. This truly is your car shopping experience. Test drive Automax.com. Get 2.9% interest with no payment for 90 days with fast approval and credit approval. See dealer for details. That's Automax, corner of 17th and Easy Street. Quality cars at outlet prices.
The Marion Civic Chorale announces their 2018 concert series. This exciting program highlights a special performance with chamber orchestra and video projection. The next concert will be on April 22nd at Countryside Presbyterian Church in Ocala at 7768 Southwest State Road 200. Concerts are free and begin at 3 p.m. Donations are appreciated. Contact president at marionchorale.org or visit marionchorale.org for more information. New members are welcome.
Are you or someone you know looking for a new career in healthcare? Is the cost of training preventing you from taking that next step? Palm Garden of Ocala can help. We will pay all tuition and exam fees, plus a bonus to you on completion of the class and another bonus on completion of a successful orientation. For more information, stop by Palm Garden or call 352-854-6262. That's 854-6262.
Thank you, Jan. 25 minutes before 8 o'clock, and it's not a bad-looking Monday morning, but it's Monday. So, you know, we did ask for rain on Mondays, and you got it. 50% chance we'll see rain today. Right now, the temperature here at the Paddock Mall is 62 degrees, and there is a likelihood we'll see rain this afternoon, or even earlier than this afternoon, perhaps. Mm-hmm. And then kind of expect that rain to come on off and on for the next 48 hours, maybe?
Oh, okay.
Or maybe not quite 48,
okay.
But anyway, through tomorrow. All right, let's open the phone lines. They are open. The number is 622-9622. We welcome you to call and enjoy your local radio broadcast and be part of it. Give us some information we don't have or some opinions we haven't expressed. There's one thing I want to start with that's kind of, it's very much on the light side and fun side. If you enjoy Florida's state parks, the Florida Parks Service has announced that they are launching a new way to document your visits with the Deluxe Real Florida Passport. There are 175 state parks in this state, and Robin and I have been to 40-something. How many did we go to? 50 or 60?
Yeah, I think about 60 of them.
We went to a lot of them a few years ago as we were painting, what do you call them, landscapes.
Plein air oil paintings.
Yeah, as a fundraiser. But anyway, so now you can have this like a passbook, and you get a stamp when you go there to each park. Now somehow, I don't know how this works exactly, but I guess if you fill up the book, then you get a free annual pass or something. But
nice. There you go.
So that's pretty cool. The passport costs $17.99 online, and I do not have the website. I guess you have to go to Florida Park Service website. But it says here the first 250 people who take an online survey will get one for free. And again, I don't have that website, but if you look for it, you'll probably find it. I just thought that was a fun one.
Very fun. Very fun.
All right. You want to jump right into the serious?
Okay.
Let's see. Anything local that I need to make sure I mention? Hey, we had a good weekend, by the way. Thank you, all of you who stopped by and say hi on First Friday Art Walk. It's always fun.
Always fun. A super, super time we had. Thank you so much.
I noticed that when we play a waltz, people, for some reason, will do the conductor hand motions.
Yes. Yeah.
And I was kind of amused by the fact that we're doing a song in 3/4 time, and they're conducting in 4/4 time.
Yeah.
in common time.
That's amusing. That's
It's just fun. They're just having fun.
Don't worry, Matthew. You still have your job.
That's something a lot of people don't realize too. That the conductor doesn't just stand there and put. I guess if he's a guest conductor, he does, right?
Yeah.
But doesn't the conductor put it all together and make sure everything is working before he ever stands there with his baton?
Yes, he does. He makes sure.
Let's see. Gosh, everything looks like bad news. I'm looking for something on the fun. Well, the governor is going to announce this morning that he wants to run for the Senate. That's what's expected anyway. That's not bad. That's just political.
Yeah.
All right, nothing really fun. All right, well, let's start.
The hotel in space is fun.
The hotel in space is fun. Yeah, that's a fun story. All right, there's not a whole lot of fun. Sorry, it's Monday.
Okay.
Maybe that's the way it is. All right, let's just go through these. There was a 53-year-old man who went kayaking down in Brevard County at Mosquito Lagoon, somewhere around there, and his name is Scott Kemper. He died. His kayak capsized, they think, and he drowned.
Oh my God.
Oh wow, that's sad.
That is sad. That must have been one of the ones that you were strapped in and stuff.
Maybe, I don't know.
Because then they say they teach you how to flip yourself back up again.
Oh wow, really? Oh wow.
Those things with the little round hole.
I hear you. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. That's too sad.
The Marion County Sheriff's Office is reporting that guests of the Quality Inn Hotel, not too far from the mall here, apparently they found a pipe with capped ends by the pump that works the filter at the swimming pool over at that hotel.
Oh, my God.
And nobody knew what it was, so the Sheriff's Office bomb squad went out there, had their robot explode the thing, but in a safe place. But it was never said in the story if it was a pipe bomb or if it was just somebody's pipe that was left there.
Oh, gosh.
Could be that the maintenance man thought, oh, man, where's my hammer? I'll just use this pipe.
Yeah, right.
Clank, clank, clank. There's a 23-year-old woman was killed by lightning on Saturday. She was at a mud thing. You know those mud bog things?
Oh, in the trucks, the mud boggers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they drive the trucks through the mud. To each his own.
Yeah.
I don't get this one at all.
Wow.
Let's just go out and drive in the mud. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, and then they get stuck. Some of them get stuck, and they have to, get them out of there.
Anyway, I mean, I'm not going to... Anyway, she's gone. Lightning hit, I guess, and she died. She worked at the University of Florida at Shands Hospital in Gainesville. The place where it happened is called Woodpecker Mud Bog in White Springs, west of Jacksonville.
Gosh.
North of Ocala. How far is it north of here? Maybe an hour and a half?
I would think so, White Springs, yeah.
A federal judge is ordering a prominent Florida eye doctor, who is already in jail, by the way, to pay $52.9 million back because they found him guilty of stealing $73 million from Medicare.
Oh, my God.
The way he did that was he persuaded his patients, they described them as elderly, Robin, elderly patients. He persuaded them to undergo what are described as excruciating tests and treatments they didn't need for diseases they didn't have.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
This is from the Palm Beach Post. They say that after Dr. Solomon Melgen was sentenced, federal prosecutors identified additional insurers and former patients who paid Melgen eye treatment. So he was already ordered to pay $42.9. Now the judge gave him another $10 million restitution order.
Yeah, he'll be in jail forever. He's not going to be able to pay that back.
How are you going to pay that back, even if you're not in jail?
Yeah, you can't pay that back.
Defense attorneys didn't object because they're appealing Melgen's conviction on 67 charges of healthcare fraud. So.
Wow. Gosh, the doctors make enough money as it is. I mean, and he's just horrible.
I guess there's a mall down in Orange County called the Florida Mall. Is that right?
I love that mall.
Okay.
Because it's got the hotel in the middle.
Because it says the Florida Mall, not a Florida Mall, so I assume that's the name of the mall.
Yeah, it has the big hotel in the middle.
Oh, I've been there.
Yeah,
I know
it's
which one you
huge.
mean.
I
Yeah.
love that mall. I went Christmas shopping there one year. I just love it.
Okay.
I had to make 2 trips to my car.
Did I help?
No, I was there all by myself. It was about 12 years ago. Yeah, I love the Florida Mall. It's great.
Anyway, somebody set off some firecrackers in the mall, and people thought it was gunfire, and they were running, and so 11 people were injured.
Oh, my gosh.
It wasn't just setting off firecrackers. They were setting off firecrackers to distract attention so they could rob a jewelry store.
Of course. Jeez.
Which, by the way, we had a theft at the jewelry store here in the mall here.
Zales.
Thank you. Somebody stole a necklace from what they say, right?
A necklace? Oh, okay.
You know, is that what the guy said?
I guess so. I thought it was 2 rings or something. I don't know. I can't remember. You know better than me.
Russia and the Syrian military, rather, are blaming Israel for a pre-dawn missile attack this morning on an airbase in central Syria, saying Israeli fighter jets launched the missiles from Lebanon's airspace. A war monitoring group said the airstrikes killed 14 people, including Iranians active in Syria. Russia's military ministry said 2 Israeli aircraft targeted the T4 airbase in Homs province, firing 8 missiles. It said Syria shot down 5 of them, while the other 3 landed in the western part of the base.
Gosh.
Syrian state TV quoted an unnamed military official as saying that Israeli F-15 warplanes fired several missiles at T4. Gave no further details. Israel's foreign ministry had no comment when asked about the accusations. So It's not over.
No, it's not over.
Facebook says they will let you know today if Cambridge Analytica got your information. The 87 million users, which means it's very likely that they did get your information. Might have had their data shared with Cambridge Analytica. You all will get, and I will probably get, a detailed message on our news feed. Facebook says most of the affected users are in the United States.
Of course.
In addition, all 2.2 billion Facebook users will receive a notice titled Protecting Your Information, with a link to see what apps they use and what information they have shared with those apps.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, we'll see. Not a whole lot they can do with my information. I mean, what my life is so uninteresting. It's just, hello, we got this information from this guy in Ocala. Does a radio show. Hello, it looks like he had some marshmallow things on Easter. What did he do before that? Oh, looks like he went outside and took pictures of a tree.
Is that a code for something? We got to keep an eye on this guy.
What else has this guy done? Oh, looks like he went to McDonald's with his friend on a Sunday morning. Now, who would be out on a Sunday morning? Oh, he had Chinese food.
Yesterday with Bern Parezo.
We did.
She's amazing.
North Korea has told the United States for the first time that it is prepared to discuss the denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula when North Korean leader Kim Jong-un meets President Donald Trump. U.S. and North Korean officials have held secret contacts recently, which Pyongyang directly confirmed its willingness to hold the unprecedented summit.
Yep.
That's interesting. That's an interesting turn of events with that guy, huh?
Yeah, it is. Well, Donald Trump's a good negotiator.
London Mayor Sadiq Khan has targeted knives in a crackdown due to a spike in stabbings in the city for 2 straight months.
There you go.
They took away the guns, so now the bad guys are using knives, and now they want to take away the knives. The mayor said there is never a reason to carry a knife. No excuses. There is never a reason to carry a knife. He said anyone who does will be caught, and they will feel the full force of the law. London has now surpassed New York City in the number of homicides. Khan also... Why are they picking on New York City? I thought that was the city with, like, the lower number.
Yeah, Chicago is the one with the highest number of homicides in the United States. Yeah.
Anyway, so, again, it's the choice of weapon that's the problem.
See that? All those guys that fix their cars that aren't mechanics with their knives, they're done. Their car is just going to be in the street.
Yeah, he doesn't specify. I mean, he doesn't say, I don't even want to see any butter knives.
Yeah, exactly.
This is why Chinese people eat with chopsticks, I think. They probably took away the knives.
Well, there you go. There's going to be an influx of chopstick use now. Well, no, you can still poke them in the eye with chopsticks.
I think I could do... I was watching Byrne yesterday use chopsticks. I was watching her, and I was thinking, I think I could do that.
Mm-hmm. Well, good. We'll go back there.
You want to do that?
Go back there and try the chopsticks.
Yeah, but how do you do soup?
I guess you have to drink it.
Just drink it, yeah.
That's I would.
This one from the Associated Press. Authorities say a horse trailer carrying about 18 people who entered the country illegally overturned on a Southern California highway just north of the border with Mexico. They were hauling people illegally into this country. The San Diego Union Tribune newspaper says several people inside the trailer were hurt. Injuries described as moderate and minor. 6 patients were hospitalized. Well, it's good they were only minor injuries.
Yeah, but how could they get past security? I mean, isn't security supposed to check all the vehicles and stuff? I mean, isn't a horse trailer obvious?
You would think.
Yeah,
you would
exactly.
Think, yeah.
Open the door.
You would think so.
Yeah.
Late night TV host Jimmy Kimmel yesterday offered a truce to Sean Hannity after several days of trading barbs with the Fox News host and apologized for making fun of First Lady Melania Trump. Let's see. Kimmel tweeted this quote, "While I did admit I did have fun with our back and forth, after some thought I realized that the level of vitriol from all sides, mine and me included, does nothing good for anyone and in fact is harmful to our country," unquote. The feud started when Kimmel made a joke last Monday about Melania Trump's accent. Hannity called Kimmel a despicable disgrace, among other choice words, and Kimmel fired back during his show. The two traded jabs on Twitter, with Hannity calling Kimmel a racist, Harvey Weinstein Jr., and a pervert.
There you go.
Harvey Weinstein Jr.
Well, maybe Jimmy Kimmel did make some unorthodox moves on women.
Oh, come on. You know he...
Well, then Hannity's lying then. Harvey Weinstein Jr.
No, I think he's right. No, I was agreeing with what you were saying.
Oh, okay.
Kimmel then made a gay sexual innuendo referring to Hannity's admiration for President Donald Trump by lampooning Sean Hannity's deference to the president. I most certainly did not intend to belittle or upset members of the gay community. And to those who took offense. You know, he stopped figuring out how to be funny, and he started trying to be Sean Hannity. You're going to have a hard time beating somebody who's been doing it forever. If you are wanting to get into the debate business, you better have debated a lot in your life if you think you're going to go up against somebody like Sean Hannity or Glenn Beck or Rush Limbaugh or any of them.
Exactly.
And I've named conservative hosts, but even the liberal hosts have debated a lot, and you have to have your act together if you think you're going to debate them.
Yeah, like Matthews.
You have to be sure of your opinion, is what it is.
Exactly.
I don't think doing slurs against somebody, and this is always the way it is. I mean, how many times have we been called something in a slur where it doesn't hold any? First of all, there's no substance to the slur, and second of all, it doesn't even add to the debate.
Exactly.
It doesn't strengthen the other side. That could be. Even though we might disagree, it could be an intelligent argument. You could have somebody, I could have somebody arguing with me and making a really intelligent case, but yet they often don't. They will just come at me with stupid stuff.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I'll give you a perfect example. This isn't really one that was a slur against me, but we were talking to somebody who was absolutely convinced that everything around us was not created by God, nor even willing to say an intelligence, nor they're not even willing to say there's intelligent design. Mm-hmm. Everything happened, a big bang, it all happened. And I will ask questions, and they, instead of answering the questions, they'll just say, well, it took millions and billions of years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But how? I mean, if I took a rock and I came back in 1 billion years, would that rock be a tadpole? I mean,
yeah, there you go.
I mean, would it? And when I ask a question, it's not me saying I doubt that it would, because even though I do doubt that it would, because I believe there is intelligent design. I do believe there's God. Mm-hmm. I don't know that we understand God. I don't think we do. But I do think there is intelligent design. We call it God. We call that intelligence God. I think God is a personality.
Mm-hmm.
Does have, is similar to the way we think.
And you're a good debater.
But when people come at you with just wanting to talk louder than you, wanting to talk more than you, wanting to throw things at you like billions and billions of... Larry, you have to understand, it's been billions of years.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't really satisfy the questions.
No.
The questions are, I don't know why there are two sexes. Why is that? I mean, wouldn't it have been more efficient for a tree just to produce an apple that produces a seed that then grows more apples?
Yeah.
Why does there have to be a male and female tree?
Mm-hmm.
Why does there have to be a pollinator
Exactly.
that carries you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I mean, there must have been some reason that intelligent design decided that for all species there should be two sexes.
Mm-hmm.
But they never can explain it. The people who tried to talk to us about Darwinism.
Yeah.
Well, Darwin never explained it. I mean, God says it in the Bible. It says, well, man, it wasn't good for man to be alone. So, but I mean, that's probably the simple way of explaining it.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't good for the apple tree to have no female apple tree.
But no, whenever you're in a debate with somebody and the other person's losing, that's when they start the slurs. That's when they start talking louder than you. That's when they start going over the edge.
And then the thing that, oh, jeez, sorry, I didn't mean to knock something over. I kicked my little footstool. Oh my gosh! Oh, that's why it is. Sorry. So anyway, so in addition to that, and then we put all of our interviews up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Right. And I get all these comments all the time. That announcer is a moron.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Can you explain why? I mean, can you articulate anything more than that?
Exactly.
Can you explain why I'm a moron? And then I'll come back at them, and then they don't say anything.
No.
Tony Robbins yesterday issued an apology for criticizing women who've joined the Me Too movement. Tony Robbins, who's starting to look more and more like Herman Munster. Sorry, Tony. In a Facebook post, Tony Robbins said he had nothing but profound admiration for the movement begun by women subjected to sexual abuse or harassment. Robbins came under fire after a video was posted of a lecture he gave in San Jose, California, in which he seemed to criticize some of the women in the movement, saying some victims of sexual abuse do not take responsibility for themselves.
Well, I agree with him because some of those women are really off the wall.
Think about this. Think about that.
Some of them, and he said a true statement.
Well, then they're not victims of sexual abuse.
Right, but they want to pretend they are.
Well, that's how he should have said it then. Some victims of sexual abuse do not take responsibility for themselves. That doesn't even sit well with... That shouldn't sit well with anybody.
Yeah, that was an improper choice of words, so I know what he meant.
Well...
But he should have articulated it better.
But this is a guy who prides himself on command of the English language.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
So, I don't give him a pass.
No.
Tarana Burke, who created the Me Too hashtag, hit back hard on Twitter, and Robbins mentioned her specifically in his mea culpa.
A brand new word that will now replace the word algorithm.
Yeah, right. We wrote a new algorithm, so now things are going to be better.
That's right.
You wrote a new algorithm. I'm going to write an algorithm this afternoon, Robin. It seems to be a very popular thing to do.
Yeah, but now they're going to say mea culpa because that was said. So
did Al Gore
out the door? Huh?
Did Al Gore dancing on Dancing with the Stars?
Did he? He was on Dancing with the
I'm trying
Stars.
to think of a joke. Did Al Gore, Dancing with the Stars, become the father of the Al Gore rhythm? Get it?
No, that's funny.
In a recent...
He's going to use that.
At a recent Unleash the Power Within event in San Jose, this is what Tony Robbins wrote. My comments failed to reflect the respect I have for everything Tarana Burke and the Me Too movement has achieved. I apologize for suggesting anything other than my profound admiration for the Me Too movement. Let me clearly say I agree with the goals of the Me Too movement and its founding message of empowerment through empathy, which makes it a beautiful force for good. The thing the human race has to learn, this is me talking now, the thing the human race has to learn is how to respect one another.
Exactly.
If you respect women, you will not do anything inappropriate with them, period.
Yeah.
Same thing for you ladies.
Exactly.
If you respect us men, you will not do anything inappropriate, like suing us for everything we've got.
That's right, exactly.
Just because.
Just because you can. Because a woman can. Oh, feel sorry for me. I'm a woman, so I'm going to take him to the cleaners.
Film producer Mark Ciardi told reporters on Friday that his company received no pushback from Hollywood in making the movie called Chappaquiddick, but pressures have been felt from distributors now that the movie has been released. Our company financed it, so the green light was me, Ciardi told reporters. He said there was no pushback from the Hollywood community. We went out and made it. It was shot in Boston. We had no pushback there. What we're seeing now, however, the pushback is on the distributors. The film dissecting the 1969 accident that ended Massachusetts Senator Ted Kennedy's chances for a presidency opened this past Friday. I have no interest in seeing it. I don't know how many of you have, but...
Mm-mm.
All right.
I don't get it. Pushback.
Well, they're not happy with it.
Oh. Well, it's to each his own. There are some people that like that movie.
Yeah, there are some people who like the movie.
So there you go.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. This is The Source, WOCA Ocala.
Fox News Radio, I'm Chris Foster. President Trump has said he wants U.S. troops out of Syria, but now says there will be a big price to pay for a chemical weapons attack there on civilians. So far, no military response on our end.
Russia says 2 Israeli aircraft fired 8 missiles. 5 were shot down, but 3 landed. A war monitoring group saying 14 people were killed. Syria denies carrying out a chemical attack in the town of Douma on Saturday. Doctors report treating patients with symptoms consistent with gassing.
Fox's Simon Owen. Bill Cosby's retrial starts today.
7 men and 5 women could spend up to the next month in Norristown, Pennsylvania, hearing the evidence against Cosby. He is accused of drugging and groping Andrea Constant 14 years ago. Cosby's spokesman, after jury selection ended, urged the panel to erase everything they've heard to this point.
Fox's Grinnell Scott. Fox News. We report, you decide.
I don't know how else to say this, so I'll just say it.
What is it, Linda?
I think we should see other people.
Are you breaking up with me? On a roller coaster?
Well, we do have a lot of fun. Maybe we should stay together.
An emotional roller coaster? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much you could save by switching to Geico.
I just need a little me time.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Napa know-how. Time to start adding to your bucket list. No, not the skydiving meet your idol bucket list, the Napa bucket list. Because now when you buy a Napa bucket for $2.99, you'll get 20% off items you can fit inside. Minimum $50 purchase. So live a little and save a lot with the Napa bucket and 20% off. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores while supplies last. Exclusions apply. Offer expires 4/30/18.
Here is your 1-minute news brief from the source WOCA. Governor Rick Scott appears ready to jump into Florida's Senate race. An announcement is expected this morning. A 53-year-old kayaker who was reported missing on Saturday has been found dead, according to the Brevard County Sheriff's Office. The Marion County Sheriff's Office is reporting that guests of the Quality Inn Hotel on State Road 200 were evacuated on Saturday after hotel personnel discovered what looked like a pipe bomb near the swimming pool filter pump. A 23-year-old 18-year-old woman was killed by lightning at a Florida mud bog over the weekend in White Springs. A federal judge is ordering a prominent Florida eye doctor already in jail to pay $53 million in restitution for stealing $73 million from Medicare by persuading elderly patients to undergo tests and treatments they did not need. And the Florida Park Service is launching a new way to document park visits called the Deluxe Real Florida Passport. You can win a prize. And that is your news brief from The Source.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating has no accident. On this Monday, clouds and sunshine with a shower and thunderstorm around. It'll be breezy and warm with a high in the upper 70s in the northern part of the zone to the upper 80s over the interior southern part of the zone. Cloudy Monday night with some showers and a thunderstorm, the low 66 to 70. Cloudy Tuesday with some showers and a heavier thunderstorm. There could be some damaging wind gusts in those thunderstorms in the afternoon. Highs in the mid-70s in the north to the mid-80s in the south. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Joe Lundberg.
Automax Ocala. Compare nearly all makes and models. Honda, Toyota, Nissan, Kia, Ford, Chevy, Dodge. Go to AutomaxOcala.com right now. Every vehicle is clearly marked on the window with the low outlet price. No gimmicks, no commitments. This truly is your car shopping experience. Test drive Automax.com. Get 2.9% interest with no payment for 90 days with fast approval and credit approval. See dealer for details. That's Automax, corner of 17th and Easy Street. Quality cars at outlet prices.
Ready for a caring and compassionate career? Home Instead Senior Care is looking for people that are driven to succeed, learn, and have a positive attitude. These caregivers become a part of our championship team, enhancing the lives of aging adults throughout Marion County. Home Instead Senior Care provides non-medical services that allow seniors to remain in their home and meet the challenges of aging with dignity, care, and compassion. For more information, call 352-414-1566.
Are you or someone you know looking for a new career in healthcare? Is the cost of training preventing you from taking that next step? Palm Garden of Ocala can help. We will pay all tuition and exam fees, plus a bonus to you on completion of the class, and another bonus on completion of a successful orientation. For more information, stop by Palm Garden or call 352-854-6262. That's 854-6262.
5 minutes after 8 o'clock, and Galen Unold is on the phone from LifeSouth Community Blood Center. Good morning, Galen.
Hey, good morning, Larry. Robin, how are y'all?
Pretty good. Where are you right now?
Just on my way to Gainesville.
All right. How's it looking? It's pretty overcast right now here.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it was rainy for a little bit, and then it's gone.
So it's one of those. How was your weekend?
Great weekend.
So you spend time with your family?
Well, I mean, I spend some time with my TV.
With your TV?
I don't think that counts as family time. Yeah.
Well, today...
I mean, it was a great weekend because it's the Masters. The Red Sox destroyed the Rays, which is always fun. Yeah, it was great.
Different from last week.
So I was thinking about the...
Oh, hey, by the way, the Red Sox have won 8 in a row. And 6 of those wins have come against the Rays. So the Rays are as horrible as we thought they would be.
So I was thinking about the first people who live on Mars. If they have a baseball team, they will be the best team on the whole planet.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, think about that. Anybody who's like on that team will be the most famous player on that whole planet.
Exactly.
You are infatuated with living on Mars.
Well, here's why. Let me explain why. Because in a way, Ocala is like Mars. Okay. Here's why. Because, for example, you are really, really famous in Ocala. Everybody knows you. And so it's okay. Like, well, I'm not making this up. When Robin and I go out, like First Friday, we just did it this past Friday, people always ask about you. In fact, who was the guy who said to mention to you? Oh, Randy. Do you know Randy?
Randy, yeah.
He said he coaches with you, and you don't always agree on the calls at the baseball games.
Absolutely. I know Randy.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So everybody knows you. Your name comes up every single time. When people know who we are, then they say, oh, my gosh, I love when you talk to Galen, right? Same with Joe. Right. Joe gets named all the time as well, right?
That's right, exactly.
I don't know why you guys never tell us. Oh, people ask us all the time.
about Larry and Rob.
But you two are, I mean, always mentioned, you and Joe, always mentioned. So I'm thinking like it doesn't happen in Gainesville. Like if Robert and I were playing the first Friday Art Walk in Gainesville, nobody would ask us about you, right?
Right.
So you're famous
No,
on...
I don't think they can't hear this. They can't hear the show.
Right. So you're famous on Mars. It's like famous in Ocala is like famous on Mars. Nobody. It's like a small planet.
I guess. All right.
It's true. It's true because
I'm
people
gonna go
are,
with it. I'm just gonna go with it. Yeah,
All right.
I agree with you.
people are famous.
But you
in
know,
their own
Robin
area.
was gonna. Robin was gonna agree with you. There's no doubt about that. But no, I mean, Mars. You really think there'll ever be 100,000 people living on Mars?
Probably. I think
I don't
so.
know. I don't know. You know that.
No way. I mean, there at most there'd be like 6.
Yeah. Okay. Right. And so those 6 people will be like the woman among them will be the prettiest woman on Mars.
Exactly.
You're darn right. Yeah, there's 6 of them. I'm pretty sure they'll be famous with each other. Yeah. And you know, and how long will they be famous for? I mean, because you know, if they go up there, unless they do something significant,
all right, well,
going to replace them.
Let's say one night.
It's like the moon. We haven't been to the moon in 40 years,
right?
40 something years.
Yeah.
So, you know, the question is will our children generation ever go to Mars? And the answer is no, because
We don't know.
like a 20-year. It's a 20-year plan.
But okay, but
they say it takes like 20
right.
years to plan a trip to the moon.
But hear me through. If the 6 people on Mars decide to go out for the night, okay, let's go to a live show. Okay, they want to go to a live show.
Oh boy.
Well, they have to pick one of these people is going to be the one who puts on the live show. All right, I'll do it. Okay,
That's right.
and let's say all the guy can come up with is juggling. I know how to juggle, so they all 5 seats, and he's he's behind the curtain. The curtain opens up. Ta-da! Okay, I'm going to juggle. They will look at each other. This is the greatest show on Mars. It's the greatest show.
That's right.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's one way to look at it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. You want to be a big fish in a very, 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 very small pond.
And that's how people here are. I mean, people are big fish in a very small pond in Marion County. Outside of Marion County, in general, people don't know about people that live here.
Yeah. We have our celebrities that are only celebrities on this little dot called Ocala.
Exactly.
Right.
Fair enough, I guess.
And you're one of them, by the way. All right. So since you are famous, I have to ask you: is your success in any way credited to your wife? Is there a great woman behind the great man that you are?
Sure, absolutely.
There.
I mean, if I wasn't married, I'd still be on radio, and Lord knows where that would have taken me.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you where it would take you because it took me to there. It took me right there, Galen.
No, I mean it's true. I mean, I got into this.
Yeah.
I got into this business because of my wife. So why not?
Well, just look at me, and you'll say, that's right.
It's just
that would be my life.
And people who don't understand, you're just struggling in a small market, making nothing, and that's right. But you love it. You do it because you absolutely.
Oh my gosh,
love it.
I adore it. It's like dreams could be drier. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go with that one all by yourself. Going down that road.
So I'm going to ask you how the blood supply is, and then I'm going to tell you about some women who had influence on famous men.
There you go.
Oh, okay, we're not going to. I thought we were talking about Mars.
No, we went. No, I was trying to establish. I was just trying to establish your fame in Ocala.
Oh, okay.
Because you're a great man.
Of Mars. I'm going to call Elon Musk and say, look, I got a guy who really loves Mars. So.
Well, they do make some good candy bars.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I guess they do. Yes, they do. Mars and M&M's. M&M Mars. What you want? It's not one of those things. Yeah. The blood supply, Larry, we're okay. We're right there at a 4-day blood supply. We're starting to gain on it a little bit. We need to before Memorial Day weekend. So please just get out there, give the life, and donate blood. Still in critical need of all types. So you need everything.
Do you have any clever campaigns coming up that we can participate in?
Not really. I mean, every day's clever. I'm trying to think of one off the top of my head. I'm sure we're going to do something around Memorial Day.
Okay.
I don't think it's been announced yet, so I'm sure it'll be great.
All right. So this is the women who have made a difference in the world by supporting their husbands or their men, if it wasn't a husband, okay?
Hillary Clinton.
Well, I don't know if she's on the list, to be honest, but I have Coretta Scott King.
Sure.
The wife of Martin Luther King Jr.
They weren't married that long, kind of, but and he wasn't the most faithful husband, but she sure did stand by him.
Well, and even after his death, though, I think a lot of the contributions that a lot of the things he was trying to do were successful because she continued doing them, right? Wasn't she?
Yeah.
She became like the spokesperson, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see. Lillian Disney. That's Walt Disney's wife. Did you know that?
I did not know her name. No.
Assumed it with the name, but I did. If you said who's Lillian Disney, I would have no idea. Who
Right,
it was.
that would be a guess, right? There are a couple of theories involving the origin of Mickey Mouse's name, but according to the Walt Disney Family Museum, Mickey might have been Mortimer if it wasn't for Lillian, who stepped in.
Mortimer the Mouse.
Right. She worked as Walt Disney's personal secretary, approved many of his ideas, and served as a huge supporter of the arts before and after her husband's death.
Oh, that's great.
There you go. Dolores Huerta, the friend and collaborator to Cesar Chavez.
Really, Cesar Chavez? We think he's a great guy now?
I know, and
All right.
I'm looking at that the same way you are. Let's see. Let it be known that Dolores Huerta did much more than simply inspire her dear friend. Oh, dear friend, okay. All right, let me move on to the next one. Lula Mae Hardaway is the mother of Stevie Wonder. Oh, so it's not just wives. This is the mother. They're crediting his mom.
Oh, my.
Did you know his mom's name? Lula Mae Hardaway?
I did not.
If you love the hook in Stevie Wonder's Signed, Sealed, Delivered, I'm Yours, you can thank his mom, Lula Mae Hardaway. According to the Los Angeles Times, the songwriter not only supported her soul-singing son's love for music, but co-wrote other songs with him, like I Was Made to Love Her. I never knew that.
I never knew that.
Good stuff.
Lula Mae Hardaway. Stevie Wonder's got an amazing story, too. I can relate to him a little bit because when he was young, he would hang out in recording studios and just beg and beg and beg. Can I make a song? Can I make a song? Can I make a song? Yoko Ono, the wife of John Lennon.
They go to Yoko Ono. Didn't she destroy the Beatles?
She influenced his work as a musician and as an activist, it says here. The couple worked together to encourage peace and understanding.
That would, I guess.
Do you know, if you think about the song, everybody loves the song Imagine, and I know it's almost like sacrilegious to pick on it. But you know when he says, imagine no possessions? Come on. Come on. I mean, he had more possessions than most of us will ever have.
Exactly.
Sure. Right?
Exactly.
Sure. Isn't that the song that got him killed? I mean, that and The Catcher in the Rye, I mean, those two combined got the guy killed.
It's hard to say. But I mean, some of the things in that song, I don't know.
Mental illness got him killed. Yeah.
Mental illness. Well, I guess there's an argument there. But anyway, but he was already famous and successful way before he met Yoko Ono. So wouldn't we?
Exactly. That doesn't make any sense at all.
So wouldn't we say Cynthia Lennon then was part of that too?
Yeah, I would say because she was the first one.
But they didn't get married until after the Beatles had been formed either.
That's true. You know who the woman who was behind the Beatles was? Astrid. Was it Astrid Kirshner or whatever? Astrid. The girl that was the photographer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in the same way that Bruce Mozart really helped to make Silver Springs because of his photographs.
That's right.
Astrid
exactly.
Kirchner made the Beatles because she kept putting out all these photographs.
That's right.
Makes sense.
All right. In both cases, in both Bruce and in Astrid Kirchner's case, both cases, it was not always easy to get photographs out. You didn't have Facebook.
No, not at all. Nope. You had to send to the, individual print media.
Let's see. Frida Kelly is also been giving credit to the Beatles. The secretary to the Beatles, Frida Kelly. This must be a Beatles
Well,
person.
she was the manager's assistant, right? What was her I forgot their manager's name. But she worked for him, I thought.
Oh, is that right? I don't know. I never even heard of her
I
before.
remember his name.
All right.
Yeah.
Zelda Fitzgerald, the wife of F. Scott Fitzgerald.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't she a hoot? A hoot. She was a real hoot.
Great Gatsby.
Yeah. Similar to other women on the list, she inspired her husband's work, especially the flappers of the 1920s that frequently appeared in his novels.
Yeah.
She was a dancer and a painter of vivid works.
Oh, maybe wonder if she did like the artwork for the Gatsby.
I don't know.
Yeah, but she was some kind of personality. Everybody loved her.
Let me take a phone call, if I can get this button pushed. Good morning, you're on the air.
Yeah, good morning, guys.
Hey, Hugh.
See, wasn't Eleanor Roosevelt quite a powerful woman, and was she on your list?
She's not on the list, but I think she qualifies, yeah.
Yeah, it's unusual. It's surprising that she's not on the list.
I don't know. I mean, it almost seems to go without question that if you are a couple, that the famous one is probably getting support from the one less famous, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Hugh. Like who's
What about Bette Midler's husband? The Wind Beneath Her Wings. That's got to be on that list.
Who's that guy? What's his name?
I don't know. That just popped into my brain.
All right, The Wind Beneath the Wings. But in the opposite way, the man behind the woman, wouldn't Oprah's guy? What's his name? He's always like a silent partner.
Oh yeah. Oh, Oprah's husband.
Desmond.
Yeah.
Desmond.
Desmond.
Thank
That's
you.
his
They're
name?
not married.
That's right.
Married,
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. They're not.
But they've been together for decades, right?
Right.
I mean, forever.
Kind of on and off. I mean, it's a open relationship, I guess. I don't know. I'm not an Oprah. I don't know a lot about Oprah.
Rachel Robinson was the wife of Jackie Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Together, they participated in the civil rights movement and passed their activist values to their 3 children. She also received her master's degree in psychiatric nursing in 1961 from New York University.
Gosh.
So there you go. That's the only ones on the list. Yeah, there's so many more we can think about.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We saw this.
I can't believe they put Yoko Ono. I mean,
I know.
research.
This is obviously a Beatles. There's 2 Beatles references in the whole list, and I'm thinking, okay, so this is a Beatles person.
Yeah.
Maybe Linda McCartney. Put her on there.
Yeah, if you're gonna have Beatles, right? But it's almost always true. I mean, everywhere you look, if you look at women who stuck by their husbands even after they had affairs, for example, who's the guy we were watching? David Letterman talking to
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
Yeah.
And of course, David is an anti-Trump guy. He doesn't like Trump, and he was pretty much downplaying Harvey Weinstein. But at the same time, he had his own moment, didn't he, with a sexual situation?
Yeah, exactly.
And his wife stayed by his side. And remember, he was on TV all upset about it?
That's right, exactly.
There he is.
But he wouldn't
Very
say.
good.
He said he had an incident, but Letterman didn't come right out and say what that incident was.
No.
Coward.
He didn't tell him, right?
Coward.
Yeah, so. Oh, well, that's all I have, Galen. That's it. What do you...
Yeah, I don't know.
Nothing. You got nothing.
Not for that. I don't know.
But then, too, on the other side of the coin, too, the women that are famous, they have men behind them that are supporting, and they're just like, oh gosh, who was that country singer that the coal miner's daughter?
Oh,
Loretta Lynn.
Loretta Lynn. Her and her husband had children, and he stayed home and took care of the children while she went on tour and everything.
There you go.
So, I mean, he was right there taking care of all of their, 3 children they had or something like that? Okay. Yeah, so you can't forget about, the men, too.
The world hasn't changed enough so that us guys really feel proud about that, That's really the truth. You agree with me, Galen? I think if your wife is famous, you don't want anybody to say you're the man behind the woman. Just let her be famous. I don't need to be that. Right?
Yeah, that's true. Men have different.
Yeah. Like, the governor of Alaska. What's her name? Sarah Palin. She used to call her husband the first dude. Yeah, I don't think anybody really would be proud of being the first dude. Bill Clinton would enjoy it. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't think the world has changed to the point where we want that. We want to be successful and everything, but
sure.
We don't necessarily want to be credited with our wives' successes. Or
we are. Yeah, we're still a patriarchal society.
You better do your own
benefits.
Better do your own thing. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, we did First Friday art walk. On Saturday morning, we went out to the gun shoot, the shotgun thing.
The Champions for Champions.
Clay shot. Clay shoot.
Yeah, clay shoot.
It was wonderful.
And I said to Robin, I only know 2 football players because they've been in the studio. We're surrounded by NFL greats, and I don't know any of them except for these 2.
That's right.
And if the subject of football comes up, I'm lost.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone to one of these events, Galen? You would be awesome at this event. I mean, you would know all of them. You would know their stats. You could. Oh my gosh, they would probably
hobnob. Love you.
I don't know about all the stats, but yeah, I mean, when I played in that golf tournament they've had, and, recognized several of them. Sure.
But do you actually get to hang out with them?
They're fun to hang out with. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, they're just human beings like us.
I know, so. but they have that one thing in common that is a very exclusive club. I mean, to be part of the NFL, that's pretty awesome. Do you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know Clinton Hart?
And not only that, they won the Super Bowl when went undefeated. I mean, that's never been done.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, but they had the teenage shooters out there too.
Oh my gosh!
Gun club, they were great.
Oh, Galen, the kids
were blowing everybody
the
away.
rifle clubs or whatever. There was 2 schools there. I think it was 2 schools or 2 clubs. Anyway, these kids, everyone, boom, boom, blowing up those clay targets.
Yeah, they were great.
I told Joe I was going to take some footage of one of the ones that they got really well and just kind of edit it against his. I'll show him pulling the trigger, and I'll show the clay thing exploding. No, I didn't do that. But it was amazing to watch, and I was wondering if the skill that it takes to be able to do that is applicable. What's the word I'm looking for? Can you use it like if you're hunting duck or rabbit or something like that
sure.
moves?
Yeah, that's what it. That's what it clay pigeons. So if you're shooting pigeons or any kind of bird. That's what it mimics.
I would imagine that the birds fly similar to the clay pigeons, but a rabbit, wouldn't it be jumping left and right and up and down? And wouldn't it be?
No. If you ever hear it, they'll say pull the rabbit. So the rabbit it spins along on the ground and it'll hop.
I watched it. Yeah, I watched them doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll call that the rabbit. Yeah, it's a different shot, but it's the same motion.
But it's
you didn't shoot at all. You didn't shoot any. You didn't try.
Oh my gosh, no. First of all, our job is to take pictures and videos.
And we were supposed to bring our own guns, and I didn't have one.
Yeah, we don't have guns. Don't tell the bad guys, but we don't have any guns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let all the bad guys think we have weapons.
Yeah.
Did you see they have guns banished in London, and now they have so many knife.
Deaths,
homicides. I saw that. And the mayor's like, the mayor said there's no reason to carry a knife.
Right.
And then I saw a reply, and it's like, I use my knife like 5 or 6 times a day for different things. Yeah. Where are we as a society?
Well, the point is that again they're blaming the weapon and not the people.
Sure.
And I don't know what to do about it, but that's what they're doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're already trying to ban cars in London because of the traffic and congestion. So maybe that's the next step.
Yeah, because cars kill people.
Banning the cars.
So ban the
They
cars.
kill a whole lot more people than knives and guns.
They had a proposal in New York City once. It wasn't to ban cars. It was a very high impact fee if you were bringing your car into Manhattan.
And that's what they do in London. When you have to
really?
pay tax. Yeah, if you're going to drive a car there, you have to pay the tax.
All right. Where's the Bloodmobile today?
Today we're actually at Planet Fitness, but we're also out at Golden Flake. So be out there.
Oh, okay. So they're open again then. Golden Flake. Wonderful.
Yep.
I thought they had a different name. No, same name, huh? Still Golden Flake. Well, good. That is my favorite chip, by the way. You know why? Because it's saltier.
Yes, it is.
All right. Makes sense.
I really think that potatoes and eggs and everything are really just vehicles that carry salt.
Mm-hmm. Right?
It's just like fish. Fish is really just a vehicle for tartar sauce.
Oh, stop. You really like salty eggs?
I do.
Like a lot of salt on your eggs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you
put ketchup on them too?
No, I don't do ketchup.
All right, good. I like pepper on my eggs. I'm a big pepper guy.
Me too.
I like pepper more than salt.
Yeah. Have you ever had Dr. Pepper hot with lemon?
Ooh.
I used to drink a lot of Dr. Pepper. I've never had it hot with lemon. No.
That was an old commercial. All right, Galen. Thank you for what you do and for encouraging us to do the right thing and donate blood. And I wish I had more women in this list and better examples. These were horrible examples.
Good thing you finished that sentence.
That's funny. All right, Galen. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, bye.
All right, we'll be right back.
Are you or someone you know looking for a new career in healthcare? Is the cost of training preventing you from taking that next step? Palm Garden of Ocala can help. We will pay all tuition and exam fees, plus a bonus to you on completion of the class, and another bonus on completion of a successful orientation. For more information, stop by Palm Garden or call 352-854-6262. That's 854-6262.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Chris Foster. President Trump has said he wants U.S. troops out of Syria, but now says there will be a big price to pay for a chemical weapons attack there on civilians. So far, no military response on our end.
Russia says 2 Israeli aircraft fired 8 missiles. 5 were shot down, but 3 landed. A war monitoring group saying 14 people were killed. Syria denies carrying out a chemical attack in the town of Douma on Saturday. Doctors report treating patients with symptoms consistent with gassing.
Fox's Simon Owen. Bill Cosby's retrial starts today.
7 men and 5 women could spend up to the next month in Norristown, Pennsylvania, hearing the evidence against Cosby. He is accused of drugging and groping Andrea Constand 14 years ago. Cosby's spokesman, after jury selection ended, urged the panel to erase everything they've heard to this point.
Fox's Grinnell Scott. Fox News. We report, you decide.
I don't know how else to say this, so I'll just say it.
What is it, Linda?
I think we should see other people.
Are you breaking up with me? On a roller coaster?
Well, we do have a lot of fun. Maybe we should stay together.
An emotional roller coaster? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much you could save by switching to Geico.
I just need a little me time.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Napa know-how.
Time to start adding to your bucket list. No, not the skydiving meet your idol bucket list, the Napa bucket list. Because now when you buy a Napa bucket for $2.99, you'll get 20% off items you can fit inside. Minimum $50 purchase. So live a little and save a lot with the Napa bucket and 20% off. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores while supplies last. Exclusions apply. Offer expires 4/30/18.
Embark on a magical night at the Appleton Museum of Art on Saturday, April 14th from 6 till 9 p.m. Follow your book of enchantment around the museum for unicorn carriage rides, magic shows, mermaids, artwork that comes to life, and more. Make mythical art in the art space and enjoy refreshments. Family ticket packages start at $35 for museum members and $50 for non-members. Individual tickets also are available. For details and to purchase tickets, visit appletonmuseum.org.
Automax Ocala. Compare nearly all makes and models. Honda, Toyota, Nissan, Kia, Ford, Chevy, Dodge. Go to AutomaxOcala.com right now. Every vehicle is clearly marked on the window with the low outlet price. No gimmicks, no commitments. This truly is your car shopping experience. Test drive Automax.com. Get 2.9% interest with no payment for 90 days with fast approval and credit approval. See dealer for details. That's Automax, corner of 17th and Easy Street. Quality cars at outlet prices.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. Our tractor services include bush hog, disking, front end loader, box blade, and stump grinding. We also have zero-turn mowers for the smaller paddocks, aisleways, fence rows, and lawn care. Fence row spraying is also available for weed control. We are licensed and insured. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440, or online at powellgene, G-E-N-E, at yahoo.com. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing. Gene is a proud United States veteran.
Ready for a caring and compassionate career? Home Instead Senior Care is looking for people that are driven to succeed, learn, and have a positive attitude. These caregivers become a part of our championship team, enhancing the lives of aging adults throughout Marion County. Home Instead Senior Care provides non-medical services that allow seniors to remain in their home and meet the challenges of aging with dignity, care, and compassion. For more information, call 352-414-1566.
Why not serve a delicious, intimate, and very easy dinner from Honey Baked Ham of Ocala? They have about the best ham produced ever, and turkey breast or beef pot roast or pork roast.
I thought they just served whole or half hams or turkeys that you picked up at Thanksgiving or Christmas.
They have so much more. They have a cafe and do all kinds of hot and cold catering. They'll do most of the work while you get all of the credit.
Where are they?
Southwest 27th Avenue, right behind Best Buy. Give them a call at 861-0011.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages,